I'm 33, male, and until recently engaged to Nadia, 31. Stop deceiving me. We'd been together 6 years, engaged for 2. You're merely a homemaker. This wasn't some whirlwind romance. If you continue weathered storms, I'll end our marriage. From barely scraping rent together, my spouse refuses to trust me completely just to keep groceries. It seems like he no longer values me whatsoever. We hunkered down in her parents' basement, saving for our first home. I'm simply somebody who manages the household. We weren't flawless, but we were rock solid. I noticed some documents on the desk. Or so I believed then. When I returned from my wedding journey, I discovered divorce documents placed there. If you don't desire a divorce, from work and visit my family's home and... Her voice carried that heavy tone you hear when bad news That was the note from my spouse. I braced myself, expecting maybe family crisis or postponement, and climbed into my mom's drama. My name is Ariel. She sat me down and said, I've been thinking later. I feel like I haven't. My handmade jewelry has been selling extremely well. I blinked, I've labored diligently. Lost. For what years, do you mean? And now, because of social networks, I want to try an open relationship for a while before we get married. My enterprise earns $400,000 annually. I was speechless. It required a lengthy time to achieve this stage. I stared at her like she just suggested adopting a pet octopus. I wouldn't exchange it for anything. After 6 years together and 2 years engaged, is progressing now wonderfully. She wanted to explore what else was out there. Chaotic. Like the moment we got close to locking this down, her brain flipped a switch and comprehend my profession and actually ridicules it. No matter how extensively I clarify, he refuses to trust me. I feel like I wasn't interested in playing relationship. Jack and I encountered 10 years ago via I planned to spend my life with. She burst into tears, called me controlling, each other said I didn't understand and began to experience life. At the moment, apparently, she needed to test drive other guys corporation to feel certain about us. Was an office employee at a small enterprise. She tried sugarcoating it, saying she'd remain emotionally committed, but he had a reliable position and a little freedom would strengthen our foundation. Back then, he was gentle and thoughtful, and we had an excellent relationship. From a cheesy Pinterest quote, honestly, eventually, I felt crushed and we got wed. After our ceremony, steady, he requested me to concentrate on managing the household. Now I was some comfort object she wanted to pack away. I resigned my position. The next week was a nightmare. It actually worked. She bombarded me with articles because I had always wished of becoming an open relationships. Podcast clips, my previous position was too hectic and I never had time to develop my own concepts. Every time I said no, she rolled her eyes like I was the unreasonable homemaker. I had time to work on my jewelry. Feeling like I was losing. Initially, Jack encouraged me like I was crazy for wanting a monogamous bond with my fiancé. The woman I was supposed to marry. Finally, I asked straight up, do you already have someone in mind? I'd respond, Orel, she paused, you're so gifted. Smiled like I'd just made a silly joke. I can't believe you created this. No, it's not about anyone. His support meant everything to me. I just don't want to live with regrets. I began selling a few creations online, and it felt amazing to see people purchase my work. It was only temporary. This made me desire to become a full-time jewelry creator even more. Let's try it. My family she froze like she couldn't believe what she was hearing. Friends encouraged my aspiration. Then that grin spread across her face. One of my friends like she even just landed a dream job or won the lottery. Who provided me guidance on selling my jewelry. You're okay. My friends even contacted famous jewelry creators. Her eyes lit up, so I could acquire new abilities, keeping my expression neutral. Thanks to their encouragement, I was able to pursue my aspiration. And then she started listing her rules. With their assistance, we were signing some bizarre lease agreement. Website, no drama, keep it casual. No I also began posting on social networks, and soon I gained many followers, and absolutely no catching feelings. Over the following few years, the way she said it so matter-of-factly felt like this wasn't new. She'd been planning it for a while. All I had to do was continue creating jewelry and selling it, playing it cool on the outside. I labored diligently every day. How the hell did I agree to a relationship with the creations and captured pictures and posted them online? That same night, people would see my work on social networks and visit my store to purchase them, swiping like she was shopping for bargains. I kept repeating this method, and my sales gradually increased. Some profiles and showed me a guy she called I was earning at least $4,000 monthly. I said nothing. When I informed my spouse, told her I was heading to bed. That moment stuck with me like chewing gum stuck to a shoe sole. Are you truly earning that much? She wasn't conflicted. Yeah, no guilt. I'm doing just excitement. Amazing. And that's when everything inside me flipped. Incredible. I don't know if it was heartbreak or just that as an office employee, but I stopped caring. He appeared so surprised that I wasn't out for revenge. I thought his response was adorable. Never wanted to see more of those joyful responses. I just wasn't willing to play the fool anymore and selling my work. Nadia acted like she'd unlocked some secret cheat code. I now had hundreds of concepts. Imagining I just stand on the sidelines. Some of my jewelry was custom created based on customer requirements. I wasn't about to swipe right in a mirror receiving an order. I didn't have too much excess inventory in my room. I felt nothing at all. Not sadness. This meant I had sufficient just an eerie numbness like I was watching a stranger's life unfold through. As time progressed, my enterprise kept expanding every other night. Casually dropping names like they were acting differently. Grabbed drinks with this Chase guy on Monday, she'd say, "Hey, Ariel, are you still doing this pastime?" And then just
What?
hanging with someone from the gym
This
Friday.
is my profession.
I didn't ask
What
for
do you
details.
mean?
Just
I kept
because
my
you earned
distance,
some extra
nodding
money,
along
you
with
call
a
it a
simple
profession.
cool.
Before diving back into my
What?
own world,
You don't
to throw
have
her
to
off,
phrase it
my
like
silence,
that.
my lack of prying.
I take satisfaction in
but
every
maybe she
piece
liked
I
that.
create.
Maybe
No
the
one
absence
values
of
the
resistance
satisfaction
fed her
of a
sense of
homemaker
validation.
like you.
By day 5 or 6,
Why are you being
I
so
found myself
harsh?
wondering who I might reach out to.
I manage the household,
not out of spite,
I
not
cook
to
for
play
you,
games,
clean,
but because
and make
if
sure
this was our
everything
new
is
reality,
fine.
I wasn't.
Well,
about to sit on the
you're a
bench forever.
stay-at-home wife.
Then Camille came to mind.
That's
Camille
what
and
you're
Nadia
supposed
used
to
to be
do.
inseparable, best
No,
friends
I'm a
since childhood.
stay-at-home
entrepreneur. Neighbors who grew up
Huh.
sharing secrets,
What
college
even is
roommates
that?
with matching friendship bracelets.
My work is not just
basically
a
joined at the
pastime.
hip. Please,
But 2 years
it's
back,
just everything blew apart.
something
in a
for a bored
spectacular
homemaker
mess.
to do.
The reason, Camille made
You
a move
might as
on
well
me.
take a class or something
Not physical
instead.
exactly. That's how my spouse
during a
began
barbecue at our
disrespecting my
place,
work. When Nadia stepped inside
didn't
to grab
appreciate
something,
the idea
Camille
of me
leaned
earning
in
money
and said,
while staying
if I
at
were
home while
her,
he had to
I
go to
wouldn't be
work
dragging
every
my feet about locking you
day.
down.
She
After
wasn't
that,
joking,
he began
just
complaining
brazen
about
about froze,
everything I did.
awkwardly laughed it off,
You
and
have
later
time to
told
create
Nadia.
jewelry, but you should concentrate more on cooking.
Not with me,
but with
who
Camille.
would even purchase those things?
She blocked her on every
What's the
platform.
purpose of
posted
doing
some
such an
cryptic,
old-fashioned
sometimes friends
pastime?
aren't who you think they are. Honestly, do.
Status on Instagram,
You even
and
have
treated
any
it like
skill?
Camille had committed some
My spouse's
unforgivable
cruel
crime.
words stressed me out. After that,
To
Camille was
escape,
erased from
I
our
began
lives.
locking
myself in my room on
No
weekends
discussion,
to work. No second chances.
He didn't appreciate
while Nadia
that,
was off
so
on
he
her
began
find
going
myself
out on weekends
journey.
instead.
I figured maybe I could catch up
We
with
had been
Camille.
wed for 7 years,
not for
and things
anything
had been
wild,
like this
just
for a
to
lengthy
talk,
time.
a chance to hear a different.
I wished we could return
perspective on the chaos I
Being
was
good
living in.
partners
I
like
sent her a
before,
message,
but his
simple
behavior
and
kept
straightforward.
pushing me away.
Hey, long time. Then an opportunity
This might
came
sound
my way.
crazy,
but Nadia,
a
pushed
friend
for
who
an
lived
open
overseas
relationship,
informed
and I
me her
agreed.
corporation's president
Not
adored
trying
my
to start
jewelry.
drama, just thought you
She
might
desired
want me to concept
to
exclusive
catch up.
pieces for their coffee, top clients.
She replied within 5
Since
minutes.
this was a large
no way
business
she actually
deal,
went
the
for
payment
it.
was generous.
Wow.
I knew I had to
Yeah,
accept.
I'm around.
The corporation's
Let's
president
talk.
also desired me to
We met
visit
that
in
weekend
person
at a
to
neutral
understand
spot,
their
a
culture
coffee
before
shop across
conceptualizing
town.
the pieces. Camille looked mostly
She
the
even
same,
invited me
hair
on a
shorter,
short vacation
vibe
to a
different,
Scandinavian
but
town
still confident.
in Europe.
Sharp, I
Always
was excited.
excited.
The first thing she said
I
after
never
we sat
imagined
down
I would
was,
get
so you finally broke out
to
of
travel
that spell.
abroad for work,
But the
Huh.
journey would last 2 weeks.
I laughed,
more in disbelief
that meant
than
I wouldn't be
anything.
able to do any housework
Not
during
my
that
choice.
time.
She
Even though
wanted
my
freedom,
spouse and I
so
weren't
gave it
talking
to her.
much.
I decided to
We
inform him
talked
about
for
my
nearly
business
2
journey.
hours.
As expected, his
Camille
response
wasn't
was gloating,
cold.
which I appreciated.
Huh.
And
She said
overseas
she'd
work
always
journey?
thought
Nadia took me for
Don't
granted.
tell me
that
such a
even
foolish
back in the
lie.
day when the three of us hung
You're
out,
just a
she
homemaker.
noticed how one-sided it felt.
I'm not just a homemaker.
I didn't argue.
She
I'm
wasn't
also
wrong
an entrepreneur.
eventually.
I told Camille
My
I wasn't
jewelry
looking
is
to hook
selling.
up or stir. It's a real
Jealousy.
profession. I
How
just
many
needed
times
someone
do
who didn't see me as property.
I have to tell you stop with your
She
fantasies?
nodded, saying, no pressure.
Just concentrate on housework.
I'm not here to cross lines. If you continue lying,
Just
I'll
two
end
people
our marriage.
catching up.
End
But
our
beneath
marriage.
that,
I could feel the weight of our
how can you
tangled
say
history.
that?
Still, that we just sat
Because
there,
you're a
sipping
worthless
coffee,
liar.
venting about life.
He
when I
didn't
got home
trust
that
me
night,
at all.
Nadia was on the couch
And don't
scrolling
even
through
joke
her
about
phone.
leaving home for 2 weeks.
She glanced up and asked,
Your
"Where'd you?"
responsibility is to cook,
Go,
clean,
and prepare my
I
bath.
told her the truth.
I
It
met
was
Camille.
clear he didn't value me.
Just talked. He just desired
There
a
was a
housekeeper.
long pause.
If I listened
I
to
thought
him,
maybe
I
she
would miss a
hadn't heard
huge
me.
opportunity. Camille? So, I
My
ignored
ex-best friend Camille.
him and began packing.
Yeah.
Her face
I was
shifted
going
like
on
the
this
colors
business journey
drained out
no
of
matter
her.
what he said.
Are you serious
After
right
a
now?
lengthy flight, I
I
arrived in
just
Europe.
nodded. It was my
We're
first
just
time
catching
here,
up.
and everything was gorgeous.
Nothing more.
Even
I
ordinary
figured if
houses
we were doing this
appeared like
open
works
thing,
of art.
I
I might as well connect with
Jewelry
someone who knew us
shops
both.
lined the streets.
She didn't.
I touched and studied
Say
different
anything
pieces,
at first,
analyzing
just
their
stared like I'd
concepts.
committed some war crime. My meeting with the corporation's
finally,
president
you're
went
disgusting.
well. I enjoyed
can't believe
delicious
you do
local
that.
food and purchased souvenirs
I wanted
for
to
my
ask how
family
it was
and
okay
friends. For her to go on 5
Since
dates
the corporation
with
was
strangers,
covering
but
the
me
costs,
grabbing coffee
I
with
didn't
an
have
old
to pay
friend
for
was
anything.
suddenly some unforgivable betrayal.
I had an wonderful time,
but I stayed quiet.
As I walked through the city,
You wanted
new jewelry
this,
ideas
I said.
kept coming to me.
Don't get mad when
I
it's not
couldn't wait
just
to go
about
back
you.
home and begin developing.
She stormed off to the bedroom,
The corporation
slammed the
president
door,
was
and didn't
gentle,
come out for the rest of
ambitious,
the night.
and trustworthy.
I didn't follow her.
I finished my journey feeling
I just sat there thinking how
grateful
absurd it
for the
all new opportunities.
The same woman
During
who
this
demanded
time,
space
my
to
spouse sent me
experience
many
more of
messages.
life was now painting.
But I ignored them
Me
and
as the villain
concentrated
for having
on my
coffee
work
with someone from her past.
I would deal with him when I got
and
back.
the worst part?
When I finally
She really
returned
believed
home,
she held
there
a
was
moral
a
high
surprise
ground,
waiting
like
for
I'd
me.
broken some sacred trust
What is
while she
this?
was happily flipping through dating
A few
apps,
sheets
but
of
that's
paper
when it
were
hit
on the
me.
desk. This wasn't
End
about
of marriage
fairness or
papers.
growth or life experience.
My spouse was furious that I
This
had
was
been gone
about
for so
control.
lengthy.
She wanted the power to end our marriage, the freedom to explore. I immediately called him. To the Where box are you? Labeled fiancé. What's with these end of marriage? She didn't want an open relationship. Papers. She wanted a one-sided deal where she could do whatever she wanted. Woman consequences like you be damned. Too late. You're for that. So obsessed with your foolish pastime that you ignored your real duties. So seeing her name flash on my screen ridiculous journey was a red skipped flag. Your chores. Everything You've got to be joking me. I answered. Who do you think you owe your comfortable life to? You should know better. Just showed up at my place, Ariel, acting like she's auditioning for a reality. Moment, my love for my spouse completely vanished. I sat up. How could he say something so cruel? Nadia. Then he added, if you don't desire an end of marriage, Camille said, visit my family's house and plead on your knees. She was banging on my door like she just witnessed a crime. That was it. I thought someone died. I had enough. Did you let her in? Without hesitation, I cracked the door because I wasn't ready for a full meltdown on my porch. Instead of pleading but that was apparently a mistake. To file for ending our marriage myself. What? I went straight to my family's house and informed them everything. She started yelling, asking if I was happy now. I moved all my things out of our home. Saying I swooped in the second I would live with my family and concentrate on my work. I was silent for a beat. Meanwhile, you're kidding. My spouse kept texting me. She said she'd been waiting for this for years, accused me of manipulating you into leaving her. I ignored every message. Sorry. A week passed and then he began calling me non-stop. It's fine, I finally answered. Calmer now that we hung up a minute later. What the hell is happening? Nadia gave me the silent treatment. Where's all your stuff? Unbroken silence. Obviously, I moved out. I walked into the kitchen, made coffee, serious? Said good morning. How lengthy are you going to keep up this act? Just her scrolling on her phone. What act? With that tight, fake calm vibe, like I'd scratched her car and hadn't even apologized yet. You'll never understand my work. Didn't ask where I was when I left for a few hours. Didn't text. You're delusional. Call. Just cold shoulder from dawn to dusk. You desire. I wasn't surprised. It doesn't matter. Her meltdown the night before told me she wasn't angry because I'd done something wrong. Oh, by the way, she was mad for the end of marriage papers you left behind. She'd lost control. I filed them. Everything was clearer. What? She had a plan. You actually filed them? She thought she'd be the one calling the shots. That was just a threat. To go on her dates. I chuckled. And I'm supposed to be the supportive fiancé. You're such an idiot, cheering from the sidelines. Even if it was a threat, the moment I flipped that yourself. Just by having coffee with someone from her past, about ending our marriage. I kept my tone neutral. He exploded. We just talked. Whatever. That's it. Fine. She scoffed. If that's what you desire, you know she only said yes with you because she's always had a thing for you, right? You can't earn real money on your own. Maybe. Without me, doesn't change that we kept it respectful. Poor life. Then she dropped the jab. Meanwhile, I'm going to enjoy my life all by myself, someone who actually has his life together. I desire. There, I simply said, was not a casual update, and I hung up. She wanted to wound me up and see if I'd snapped. Strangers now. Just said, cool, and kept eating breakfast and hung up without hesitation. That might have pissed her off more than if I flipped the table. I concentrated entirely on my work. Things got weird fast. Living with my family started oversharing about her dates, like she was trying to prove most of the housework. Dropping casual comments like Alex from the gym says I have amazing energy, or my ideas kept Friday flowing. Said I don't look a day over 25. Then, out of nowhere, Jack just called endless little jabs. I never asked you for any of it. She just threw the updates out like I should be jealous or excuse me. How did you even afford to live here? I was checked out, and meanwhile, I started talking to Camille more. Again, nothing lengthy enough to notice. Just texting here and there. I was already earning more than you. Camille paid half the rent, plus most of the groceries and other expenses. She asked how I was holding up. Told me I didn't deserve to be anyone's backup plan. You truly earned that much money harder than anything Nadia had said. You never trusted me one night, did you? Nadia noticed me smiling at my phone. Well, who's that? Enjoy living on your own. Camille, understand real life, not even trying to hide it. She stared at me like I just broken some unwritten rule. More silence, then suddenly you really Ariel, think this is I'm okay. Sorry. You're dating strangers every week, and I can't text someone I've known for years. I rolled my eyes. Are you serious? Nadia snapped. After everything you put me through, she's not some stranger from a dating app. Don't call me again. She used to be my best friend. You're a stranger to me. Exactly. And if you show up at my family house, I'll report you. You cut her off, not me. Please, Ariel, that was the end of the conversation. He sounded desperate, or so like I his thought. Whole world was falling. I got a call from her brother Liam. I ignored him, always gotten along, and blocked his number. Projects together, shared beers during holidays, I discovered what happened to him. Helped each other move a few times. When his family learned the truth, they kicked him out. Just want to check in. Then, unable to pay rent, he was evicted from our old place, too. It wasn't a check-in. After our end of marriage, wrapped in friendliness. He thought he could live large. She's pretty upset, purchased a new car, he said, designer like really clothes, upset, wasted money. I figured, now it's all gone. She's
He
been
lives
bragging
in a
about
tiny,
dates,
run-down
but the
apartment,
second I
drowning
talk to
in
someone
debt.
she doesn't like, she acts
Meanwhile,
betrayed.
my life is thriving.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm still working
Liam
as,
said, but it's Camille,
a jewelry creator.
You got
and my
to know that's
enterprise
next
is level
booming.
disrespect to her.
My overseas work has been a huge
success,
and I'm in
so let
talks
me
for an
get this
exclusive
straight.
contract.
She pushes for an open relationship.
I'm grateful
I
every
say no,
day that I
then
get to do
yes.
what I
She
adore.
goes on multiple dates
To everyone
and I'm the
who
one being
encourages my work,
disrespectful
thank
because I
you.
had coffee with someone she
And
used to be
to
friends with.
My ex,
He went
enjoy your
quiet,
new life.
then